Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. It's Paul here, and we're going to do a What's Sold video in just a second. We are established in the new location. We're buying, we're selling, we're wheeling, we're dealing. We're not doing a heck of a lot of walk-in business yet, but we're slowly generating some pickup traffic from our website. And we're trying to get eBay local pickup going, but it's proving to be a problem. eBay requires us to not accept immediate payment, so we can send an invoice back to the customer reflecting no shipping, and we can't use calculated shipping either on local pickup items, which is kind of an inconvenience. To be honest with you, eBay, get it together. It's a big inconvenience for us to have to use calculated shipping or something other than calculated shipping if we want to offer local pickup to our buyers. Like, I want to offer calculated shipping to the guy in BC, and I want to offer local pickup to the guy next door. Why can't you make it easier? This is the question I have for you, eBay. I really hope you guys can figure it out. Without further ado, guys, let's get right into this video about what's sold in the last little while, because sold videos are, in my opinion, kind of the best kind of content from reseller to reseller. You get to see what's selling in my market and for how much, and get my perspectives on things. So, and it's easy content. I don't have to think about it, and that's what I'm going to end up putting on this channel. So, let's get into it. First item here. Nintendo 64 controller. It was sold for parts or not working, because sometimes when we plug it in it wouldn't detect, but when it did plug in it detected fine and functioned just fine. Got $12.99 for it. Took a little while to sell, but it was for parts, so that's probably why. Cast iron pan here. Tried to sell it for $1 on my website twice at auction. Didn't get any bids. One of my buyers actually told me what it was, and I did some more research once I figured out what this Able Skibber, I believe, word was. And we priced it at $65, and we got it. Somebody in the States bought it, and they're very happy with it. So, as you can see, the condition was not the greatest on this item, but they bought it. Interesting item right there. Cast iron. Pretty cool. Novo Nordisk. Here we go. Insulin pen case. Got a bunch of these in a storage locker a while back. Sold these cases. All I had was the blue case here. I had 3 of them, or 2 of them. We sold them on eBay. I believe we got $20 each. And this one here I found not too long ago. We still had it from the lot. This had the actual new pen. It's an insulin pen case or something. And the cardboard sleeve, we got $40 for this one. So and we probably had a nickel in it, not even. Still making money out of storage lockers I cleared 3 years ago. So that just goes to show you how much stuff you can acquire in those lockers. But in my experience, it's not, you can't control the quality of the inventory you're buying. You can get a lot of junk in them lockers. I just cleared one recently, and it probably won't show a profit. It's a lot of junk, unfortunately. This was brand new, sealed. Bought it at the shop. Buy, sell, trade deal. Probably gave the guy $15. Got $40 for it. This is a foot switch. We acquired a bunch of guitar pedals in a liquidation deal a while ago. Mida had $5 in this pedal. Took a while to sell. Got $60 for it out the door, plus shipping. Brand new, old stock. There you go. USB microphone. This had an issue with the USB port. Sold it for parts on eBay. Took a little while to sell. $22.50 on sale out the door, plus shipping. I bought a bunch of these, maybe 25 of them, in a liquidation auction. There's not even an alarm on this. It's just a strobe. And we're going to make money on them at this price. The issue here is I think I bought 25 of them 2 years ago, and I still have maybe 20 of them. So storage costs money too, guys. You got to think about that. Filter Cell acquired this one in a liquidation pallet, and I guess it was open box. We photographed it, and out the door, $13.50. Might have had a couple bucks in it. Bookshelf speakers, brand new in box. We just used stock photos, and had I think $5 in it, maybe $6. Bought it at the local auction house, brand new. $40.50 on sale, out the door. See you later. This is a battery charger for a camera battery, I believe. Used. Found it in a storage locker. Might not even have the camera for it. Might have. I don't know. Pieced off the charger. $11.69 on sale, out the door. Chargers sell. Don't let anybody tell you they don't. Vintage pager here in the storage locker. Once again, still selling stuff out of storage lockers I cleared 2.5, 3 years ago. And this is one of them items. $75 for it. This thing looked like it hadn't even been used. It still had the protective cover on the screen, as you can see. We stuck a battery in it, tested audio and the screen, and yeah, $75 plus shipping. This we might have had $2 in. We bought it with a bunch of other electronics. It's a PDA. It had a big line through the display, as you can see, top to bottom on the left there. Okay, and it took a really long time to sell, probably 1.5 years, maybe, well, about a year. $49.95 out the door. Thank you very much. This we acquired for free. Somebody donated it basically to us. Didn't know what it was worth. Didn't want to wait for me to figure out what it was worth. I wasn't even in the shop. They just kind of left it with our employee, and didn't leave a number, nothing. $107.99 on sale out the door. Tested, working, great. Sony dual cassette player. Now, not a lot of these double deck players are worth a heck of a lot of money, so watch when you're buying them. But this one, particular one, this model was worth, over $100. We got it, and it didn't take long to get it. So, retail arbitrage, something I'm not good at. This item I bought at Shoppers Drug Mart on clearance. I bought about 15 similar items to this. We've had them all listed for 8 months now. This is only this is the only one I've sold, so not a good buy yet. I haven't made any profit. I'm still in the red on this buy, unfortunately. That's part of the game, though. These two guitar pedals came in the same lot with the Marshall guitar pedal we just saw. Okay, and $30 each for them, new old stock, and we might have had $5 in each one. This came out of a liquidation pallet. We had a bunch of these charge bases for the Xbox 360. Okay, and they were store returns. A lot of them looked brand new, unused. We pulled them apart, pulled them out of the boxes, just pulled out the bare goods, the batteries and the base and the instructions, and photographed them, and tested them all, and still selling them, 1.5 years later. I got $20 for this one. Good buy on that pallet. We got so many pieces on that pallet, and we paid next to nothing for it, and we're still selling stuff off of it to this day. So, there you go. $79.99 for this Coleman used stove. It came in used. Somebody sold it to us at the shop. We cleaned it up a little bit. Might have had $25 or $30 in it. And out the door it went in the middle of winter for 80 bucks. Brand new, pretty much Dremel, open box. Acquired a couple of these in an auction, I believe it was. Could have been a buy-sell trade deal. Got 160 for this one. One of the buyers for these Dremels, you'll see one down the line here, was a little bit fishy, and he was looking for a partial return, and I told him, send it back, full refund if you send it back, but we're not giving you a partial refund. And I stress, guys, if people are searching for a partial refund, don't give it to them. Tell them to send back your item, and you'll refund them then. 9 times out of 10, you're never gonna hear from them again. They were just looking for a discount after they got the item. Okay, from an experienced seller, this happens more often than it should. But like I said, 9 times out of 10, you tell them to send it back, and they're gonna go away because they still want their item, and all they wanted was a discount. They should have asked for the discount before you shipped it, in my opinion. Okay, moving right along here. This is some kind of a gauge. I believe it's meant to gauge something to do with like a saw, or the distance between the saw blade and something. But I acquired this in a liquidation pallet. $85 out the door. Buyer's happy. There you go. Storage locker find, I believe, on this. It could have came into the shop from buy sell trade. I'm not sure. When we got around to listing it, it didn't take that long to sell. 15 bucks. This is we got this for free. We're not experienced software buyers, and somebody sold us a bunch of stuff, and we never ended up paying for this. It was just kind of thrown in on the deal because we didn't know what we'd get for it, and lo and behold, 50 bucks, and buyer was happy, left us good feedback. So you never know what'll sell, but always disclose what you know about the item. That's the best, all I can tell you. So another item we acquired for free. Somebody cleaning out their garage just gave us a bunch of stuff. This took forever to sell. This is a door closer. 60 bucks we got for it, though. This is brand new, old stock. It is what it is, you know. I believe we had 5 bucks in this. This is brand new stock. We acquired this at the freight auction, and eventually they're like elbow pads or something. Eventually we got 48 bucks. This machine here, I screwed up. I was trying to bring the price down to from the low, like 230 bucks, I think it was, and I was thinking I was going to put it at like 205, and then I was like 199, and then I'm like, no, 205. Well, when I changed it finally, it ended up selling overnight for 104.95. And as soon as it sold, it was just one of them, you put your face in your palm of your hand, because I guess when I teeter-totter between 204 and 195, I went 195, and then it ended up going like 104.95. Clerical error, and guys, I just put it in a box and I shipped it. I'm not about to cancel an order. I kind of ate the loss and didn't make any money. It happens, I guess, sometimes, so watch what you're doing. That's the lesson I have for you there. Here's another one of them Dremels, brand new. We got 160 for it. RAM, 2 sticks of RAM. Pulled it out of a desktop computer I bought at auction. 25 bucks we paid for the whole computer. Pulled out the video card, sold it a while back for 150 bucks. It had 4 sticks of RAM in it, like this. I've sold 2 of them here for 115, and I got 2 in my machine. I might pull them out and sell them too. I don't really need all the RAM I have in my machine. And I think we still have some pieces we can still sell out of that desktop, so that $25 buy turned out to be a good one. I bought these, I believe, for $2 to $5 each. Sold a bunch of them really quickly. a bulk buy kind of deal. This one took a while to sell. $17.05. Not a lot of money, but happy to move it along. Okay, this is a GPS for a PDA, which is interesting because we just sold the PDA. So it looks kind of like a flip phone, but it is just something you plug into the PDA, and I guess it receives a GPS signal. I didn't think it would sell. I didn't think anybody would use that technology anymore, but we got $70 plus shipping for it. Quite happy with that. And liquidation pallet buy here, guys. I bought 60, I believe, in an auction. I think I paid 100 and change for all 60 of these units, and we pulled off all the packaging, photographed them as you see here, and sold them all for $10 each. These were the last couple ones that we sold here, and we're done with that pallet. And the defect rate was very low, so we made a lot of money. You know, I think there was less than 10 defects, so if there was 60 there, that's $500 we made off of, you know, we pulled out of a $120 investment, so that was a good buy. Video game controllers are worth looking at, in my opinion. Thrift store buy, $3, $4 we had in this max, and we got $32.99 out the door. Not quite sure why anybody would need a pluggable USB 3.0 sharing AB switch, but this guy did. $12.99 I paid for this, as is, and went home, tested it, worked fine. A little bit of crackling in the dials. Disclosed that, didn't even clean it up. Like, didn't even try to put any contact cleaner on it. Just disclosed it and sold it for $130 very quickly. Harman Kardon is a good name, and audio is my thing, so I pick up all of that brand name audio when I see it. $20 got this for this. Got this out of a storage locker. Still selling stuff out of storage lockers that I cleared 3 years ago. You know, didn't get around to listing it all. Finally got around to listing it. Didn't take long to sell this cable. This connects a GameCube to a one of them handheld consoles. Game Boy Advance. There you go. It says right there in the title. So, interesting little cable. Very unique cable. $20. Original Nintendo. Diecast. Models. Long tail. Take a long time to sell. I might have had $5 in this one. Got $22.50. Storage is money. Not sure if that's worth it, but it is what it is. Still a profit, but storage is money. Something you always got to think about. Might have had $4, maybe $3 into this. Look at what it sold for, $50. Very small item, okay? Dinky car size. And Dino Trucks, Dozer, diecast figure. Interesting. Was shocked when I scanned it at the thrift store, and it didn't take very long to sell. The Pops, Funko Pops, they don't sell for a lot of money, not all of them, but some of them sell for good money, and they consistently seem to sell, so I will consistently buy them, at least for now. I'm sure it will turn into one of those things that aren't worth anything in a couple of years, but for now they're still selling, so we'll still buy them. Got $11.69 for this one, not a lot of money in that one. This is one of my favorite items of this video, okay? And I'll thank the Toys That Made Us, a show I saw on Netflix, for this one. Let me tell you a story about a guy walked into my shop and he sold me a carload full of crap. And I didn't know what a lot of the stuff was worth, and a lot of it looked like crap, and I ended up giving him $100 for the whole carload of stuff. Just hoping I'd make some money, and didn't know if I was going to make any money. And as a reseller, you make a lot of buys, and sometimes after you buy, you regret the buy, the buyer's remorse, but if you're smart enough you're still going to get that feeling, you know. But if you're smart enough, at the end of the day, you know, 4 or 3 months later, you look at it, depending on what you're selling, of course, and you can look at that buy and be like, oh yeah, I've made some profit, and that's where you want to be, is in the profit. Well, this item almost ended up in the garbage. It looks like a plastic piece of junk, something that would be given away for free at, you know, Swiss Chalet at that treasure chest at the end of the meal to a kid, you know, a giveaway, not even dollar store worthy. I saw this collector holding it on the Toys That Made Us, that show, and I had just threw it to the side, pretty much in the garbage bin at my shop, and I went, wow, we got one of those at the shop. And when I got to the shop the next day, I looked it up on eBay. I couldn't believe what these things were selling for. And when we listed this, it took less than 24 hours to sell. We got $134.99. And we probably could have got more. We had the only one on eBay at the time, I believe. And, you know, I'd say be on the lookout, but I don't think you're going to find a lot of them anymore. It shoots these discs. It's pretty cool, actually. Yeah. Anyway, very interesting. Star Trek Tracer Gun by Rayline. $134.99. Mr. Potato Head Toronto Maple Leaf Sports Spuds. Paid $4 or $5 for this, guys. It took a long time to sell. Buyer's really happy. Got $40.50 for it on sale. Plus shipping, of course. Okay, this I got at a thrift store. $3. I want to get into, that's what I paid for it, $3. I want to get into health and beauty and these fragrances and all this discontinued stuff that I seem to be finding. And there seems to be money in it from what I'm looking at. I want to expand my knowledge on it and get further into this category. Excuse me, guys. I forgot to bring some water down here. Anyway, didn't take long to sell. A couple days. Got $60 for it. Really, really happy with that sale. Frankie, the Answer Edgar action figure UFC Series 8 Collection 112. We got $53.95 for him on sale plus shipping. I've had this a long time, guys, long time, and I first sold it or tried to selling it for $130. I don't know if I had full understanding of eBay sold listings at the time or if I had enough data, but I just recently started lowering the price as I started looking it up as it sat, and you know, on eBay for so long, you see these items and you kind of you look at them. Well, I researched it and priced it down. Finally, a buyer came in and said, "Are you going to put them on sale anytime soon?" And sure enough, I did, and he bought them. And out the door, Frankie went, never to be seen again. Good profit, but again, had it for a really long time, probably the better course of a year. Brand new sealed Wii steering wheel, black, paid maybe $4 for it. Got their $27 for it on sale. Fat loss monitor, bought it in the bags on the wall at a Value Village, $4. We got $32 for it plus shipping. This is a cigarette lighter charger for a PlayStation Portable. Got it on an electronics pallet, video game electronics pallet, probably the same one as that charge base. And took a long time to sell, $7.20 on sale. Elvis Presley. Elvis doesn't sell very well anymore. Not a lot of collectors out there. It takes a long time to sell it, but we did get $38.65 for this guy and probably had less than 15 into him. Probably closer to 10, but I can't remember. It's been a while. Like I said, it takes a while to sell Elvis. I picked this guy up at a thrift store, and it took a while to sell him. Jack's Plug and Play TV Games Marvel Spider-Man, $31.50 plus shipping. I bought a vacuum, and the vacuum sucked, so I pulled the charger for the charging base for the vacuum out. We got $40 for this one. Chargers sell. There's no doubt about it. This came off of the same deal as that Star Trek gun, where I paid $100 for the carload of stuff. We got $120 for this 1985 Radio Shack RC Audi Quattro radio control car. Plus shipping went to a guy in California, which seems to be where a lot of my eclectic collectible stuff goes. Maybe because they have money, I don't know. $5 goodbye at the auction house. Got $75 for it, and quick. Maybe 2 days after it was listed. We paid $4 for this. Wife listed it for $200. Got a bunch of offers for $100 tried countering. Told everybody we wanted $150. Finally, one guy kept offering $120. I kept saying no. And every so often he'd just come back and offer $120 again. And finally, I said, "Yeah, $120," and I shipped it out and turned $4 into $120. I'm quite happy with that. My wife, she kind of wanted $200, but I made the final decision to move it along. All right, in the home stretch here, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for staying with me. This came from the same lot as the Audi Quattro and the Star Trek gun. I don't know if the game was complete or not in good condition, but I decided to rip it apart, and we got $20.99 plus shipping for these 7 pieces plus that tin. I think I have $5 in these glasses. I picked up 3 pairs of them, not brand new, gently used in the box with instructions, cable, and protective case. All 3 pairs. I got $26 for this pair. So not a huge profit, but still turning $5 into $26. I'll do that all day long. If it's easy stuff to list like this and test. So here we go. This is, and if you wonder why these photos are showing sometimes in the middle here, guys, it's because this is the second time I've recorded this video because the audio was way out of sync the first time. So hopefully this time that won't be the case. This took a long time to sell. Buy-sell trade deal. Some guy sold me a bunch of their collectible stuff. And, I might have even had $10 in this. And it took way too long to sell. $24. Hit and miss those board games, This didn't take very long to sell. Cardinal double 15 color dot dominoes. We got $30 for this plus shipping. It went to none of it. The guy paid more to ship it than he did for the item. And I think we had $4 in it. Paradigm is a name, local name, I believe, a Toronto name for audio company, okay? And this is a volume control that goes in your wall and controls the volume to your stereo system. Probably paid $6 and we got 36, and it didn't take very long to sell. Pretty heavy duty. It has some crazy transistors going on in there and some magnets. It's really heavy. Copper wire. I don't know what it needs all that for, but interesting item, and didn't take long to sell. Good little profit. And last but not least, this came from a dude who does clear outs of warehouses and stuff, and he usually comes by with a truckload of new old stock, and I pay him for the truckload, and some of it sells, some of it doesn't. I didn't know if this stuff was ever going to sell, but some dude in California bought 4 lots of 2 off of us for $9 a lot plus shipping. He ended up paying $63 to have a bunch of shaving cream gel shipped to him from me in Ontario, Canada to California. And that is all I have for you right now. That's not everything we sold, but it's a bunch of it. And I really enjoy watching other people's videos. when it comes to what's sold, and it educates me on as a buyer and a seller. Okay, so I find this is pretty easy content for me to share with you guys. So please subscribe and like and comment and all that stuff. I can't promise videos all the time, but I can't see why I can't keep showing you once a month or so what we've been selling, and I don't mind sharing that information, as most of our business is one-offs. We don't do a lot of bulk, and when we do, once it's gone, it's gone. So it's not like I have a lot to hide. Pretty transparent when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't necessarily feel like I'm going to share my numbers with you guys, but what I'm selling, I don't have a problem with it. So I hope you enjoy the content, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. And most of all, thanks for being you. Until next time, this is Paul, and I'm out of here. Good night. I'ma go get it tonight.